I'm Onya Becks, and welcome to the Belles of Belfast. Call me.
Hi guys, and welcome to another Belles of Belfast! Woo! And this week we have the lovely Lady Portia Di Monte! Yay! And how's you?
I'm all the better for seeing you, and your outfit is gorgeous.
Thank you.
A little birdie tells me you made this yourself.
Uh-huh.
You're very skilled with the needles.
It's all thanks to England, I'm not gonna lie now. I learned a lot about England, but...
Good. Well, every experience is a learning experience, isn't that
Exactly.
right? Yes.
Exactly. We don't stumble, we pick ourselves up and we move along.
Exactly. Yes.
Or there's something like that, there's something
Of course,
like that.
yes.
Okay, now, first question is, how was it to start a drag and why did this jump for you?
How old was I?
No, how was it?
Oh, how was it
drag?
starting?
Yeah.
So, whenever I started doing drag, it's very funny because there was no other drag queens or anything like that. Not that there wasn't any other drag queens. There was Miss May, who'd been doing it for donkey's odd years, but she was very kind of like showbiz and glam and, you know, like the big hats and all that type of thing, and very kind of like Blackpool-y type drag, you know, that type of English drag, probably the way with yourself. And then there was Titty, but there was no performing drag queens. So I was doing performing arts. I was friendly with Trudy at college, and we put together this little troupe. So Tina, Trudy and myself all started doing a night in the Parliament, which was a really, like, it was a real dodgy bar, but it was really good fun, and everything was new. You know, that type of way, and we didn't have any RuPaul's Drag Race, and we didn't have anything like that. We didn't even have the internet. I had some of my songs that I used to bring down was on a cassette tape. I used to bring songs down on cassette tapes, 3 different cassette tapes where they press play and stop. That's how primitive the early days of drag was for me.
Retro.
Mm-hmm. And it's the type of thing that it's just great because you can go and you can just have so much fun. You can be as creative as you want. You can be a wee bit edgy. You can be fun. You get invited to cool things. Like, literally, I think a drag queen could be a member of the SAS, because if it's like, no, your name's not on the list, you're not being down. If a drag queen walks up, they're like, woo, what's up, yo? They're like, oh, let them in, let the pretty girls in. You know, so yeah.
We can say anything we want. There's no restrictions.
Yes, now within reason.
Within, well.
I did see that you swore on the stage last night in the City Hall, so things like that you have to be slightly careful of, you know. There's places to be cheeky and there's places not to be cheeky, but that's okay. You're learning.
I'm a bad egg. Okay, question number 2.
Yes.
What is your main influence?
My main influence, again, what I'm saying, there was no there was no one for me to look at and go, that's what I want to be. RuPaul was like a very faint whisper, as was Lady Bunny. It was just like, these are people who do drag in New York, but there was no, like, they weren't as visible as they are now. So my drag character was based on people, the North Down, because I'm from Bangor, so it was like North Down housewife and footballer's wife, that type of thing. So that's kind of where I looked at the pretty girls in the front row of Fashion Week and thought, that's where I want to be. So my drag character is based between Goldie Hawn in Overboard and Margot Ledbetter from a 70s TV show called The Good Life. So that's where sort of Portia came along from.
Awesome.
Yes.
And question number 3.
Yes.
What would you say makes the Belfast drag scene completely unique from the rest of the world?
Well, Ireland as a whole, in the drag scene, is a very friendly. They're very open. They'll bring new people in. They will have guests, and they'll make them feel very welcome. I have performed all around the world, and the worst reception of, not from public, but from drag queens, was in Sydney, and they were just incredibly rude to me, and I was sitting backstage and they wouldn't speak to me, and so what happened was I was upstairs and I was just generally chit-chatting away to them, and they kept giving one-word answers. So I would say like, well girls, do you normally expect a good crowd? What happens tonight? And they're like, Yeah, and they set up my workstation that I was over here and they were all over there. Whereas if you're a stranger in anything that I do or anything else that anyone else does, you're kind of made to feel very welcome, and you know, and everyone's very welcoming towards you. These were horrible. So I just thought, well, do you know what? Fuck it, I'm kind of over you girls.
Yeah.
And the last thing was, I said, and I knew that I got free drinks. And I said, did I get free drinks? Like, what way do the drinks work? And they said, whoever booked you should have told you that. We're not your keeper. And I was like, right.
I love your accent.
So we'll just see what happens. So I had been working in Dublin in a bar 5 nights a week. So like literally talking to the public was just like second nature at this time. So it was on the top floor of 3 stories. So I started on the 3rd floor. And I was like, oh, hi, how are you? I'm Portia. It's my first time in Sydney performing. And please come down and like give me a big rapture. I'm very nervous. And can we get a photograph? Yes. Because that's the other thing. They didn't stop to get photographs of people either, you know. And it's very important to do that. So I went down floor 2, floor 1, same thing, chit chat, chit chat. And then I got to the stage and they called me up on stage, they gave me the wrong name and all this type of stuff, and it literally was like Mean Girls. They were all standing there like, oh, thank you, and then I finished and I was like, da-da-da-da-ba, right? And the whole audience went, ah, right? And the literally 3 drag queens did like this. And I just walked up and I was like, that's how you do it, girls. Yeah, what's up, girl? Yeah. So, but Toronto with Misconception, who is their lead drag queen, she is amazing. Her and I had the best times. I had my name up and lights and everything up there. So it's a very friendly scene here, and we're very open to new and exciting people, like yourself.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, next question is, what is your favourite part of your drag makeup? Your drag face? My
drag face, I like contouring because I'm very harsh looking. I need a lot of makeup to look soft and feminine, and my liquid liner I think is my favourite because I don't think it all comes together until you get the liner and make your eyes really sparkle.
It is, and plus the lips as well. I think second get the lashes on the lips, you're like, I'm ready.
I know. And also I never do drag, and I never have done from the day I started. Without nails. I always feel if I don't have nails on, I feel like, no, I just personally feel like a bit of a builder.
Yeah. Well, which is understandable, like, you know, there's some drag queens that would say that nails, you need nails for drag, or like myself, you know yourself, where I constantly change outfits, so if I wear nails, I'm like, you know.
It's the same hand here, I sometimes can do up to 20 costume changes in one show. And I still wear nails.
That's not over there, isn't it? I love that wall.
It's called dedication and commitment. I want to keep you going.
We'll just stop filming that. Okay, next question is, what advice would you give to anyone looking to start drag?
Anyone that's starting to know your words, first of all, pick songs that the audience, and this I've said to you loads, pick songs that are going to get the audience inspired and happy clappy and enjoy it. If you come out as an unknown and do an inspirational love ballad, people are going to be like, oh, another slow song, and then they don't really know what to do with it and things like that there. Like you could, I don't know that you could say how many times you've seen me do an inspirational love ballad. I've done like 1 or 2 in a couple of years because I like fun, I like energetic. If I do a slow song, I mix it into something then that is fast. The other thing is get shoes and things that fit you, because if you walk like this here and you're like pretty and what's up girl, yo, what's that? That's great. If you get your shoes on, you're like, oh my god, it's killing me. Or they take their shoes off. Oh god, that turns me. That actually makes me sick. I hate whenever drag queen. I have been crippled. I have been crippled with pain, and I'm like to the public like this. Oh, hi, and then I walk around the corner. I'm like, oh my god, get me home, get me a taxi. You know what I mean? But like, you have to. Your look, you have to kind of keep the look going, you know?
It's advertising yourself?
Yes. So get things that are comfortable and do stuff that you like. Don't do things that you think other people will like, do things that you like. Because if you like it, you'll be more into it.
Like me, Kylie.
Of course, yeah, our very own resident Kylie Minogue.
Okay, next question is, where would you see yourself in the future?
In the future, let me see, I would like, because I've been very lucky to do quite a lot of different things, like movies and adverts and all that type of jazz, and which is great. I got over to do RuPaul-y stuff. I'd love to do, if they made the series of RuPaul onto the RuPaul UK, which I think would be great. But also, because I work very hard to not make, like, I'm not like a, sort of cheapy dry cleaning, like where you go out and you're effing and blanking and this. I'm very user friendly, so I can go and do corporate events and I can go and do that. So I've managed to sort of carve a bit of a niche where now people just don't look at me and go, oh, she's a drag queen. They go, oh, it's Portia.
Yeah.
So I would like to do a lot more, maybe media wise or a show, or I mean, the world is our oyster. I could do a talk show as Portia. You know what I mean? How exciting would that be? And then you could be one of my guests.
I know.
I could be like, now I'm turning the tables on the interviewer.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. I think that'd be fabulous.
Yes, that'd be great.
Lady Portia Di Monte talk show. Yeah. Very last question.
Yes.
So this, and then you're free to go.
Oh, okay.
What is your favourite performance from your drag career?
Do you mean as a number or time I performed?
We'll say a number, so well.
My favourite number? I love high energy disco stuff. I love Last Dance. I love Big Lucky Lady Stops the Show. I love some of the mixes that I do as well. So that kind of, I don't have one necessarily song that if I had to do for the rest of my life, because there's loads of them that I just love so much.
Awesome.
Great.
That's fantastic.
Now, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
I would say like McDonald's or KFC.
Great. And after your show and you've eaten in McDonald's or KFC, what show will you have been coming from?
I would love to do like a Kylie show, a Kylie tribute show eventually. My ideal place would be like Vegas. I would love to do a Vegas show at least once.
Vegas.
You know, like share your fucking term.
The world is your oyster. Get yourself over there and make a few calls, and why not?
Well, I'm only 25. I still have.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm a
Buy a ticket. Drop a couple of emails before you go. Say, can I guest in a show? I'm not looking paid. I just like the experience. And doing things like that there is where you make names for yourselves.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you for taking the board.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. And thank you so much for the interview.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you. Good luck with everything, and well done on all your magically mystery creations. So I'm about to go and do a little bit of Portia Presents, so I shall see you kids all later on. Bye-bye.
And you're able to catch Lady Portia Di Monte every Saturday in the Maverick. And if you're interested in performing alongside her with a guest act, just send a wee message. And also,
of course. And I'm on Queens of the Week as well, which is a yes video blog, so make sure that you look that up. It's Queens of the Week. I'm Lady P Friday. Woohoo!
And the Sunday service.
Yes, and Sunday service. Bye!
See you next week. Bye! See y'all soon.